Okay, hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Okay, so I got this news as soon as I woke up in the morning. It's morning time out here. The news of Oscar De La Hoya killing this fight between Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield. I just finished my video, but as I'm working on my video, news is constantly coming in. So right when I finished the video, Floyd Schofield, he posted this. In this post, he's responding to Shakur after Shakur just said that he knew this was going to happen, and now they're going after Marataya. Floyd responded by saying, "Stop lying, the fight is on. Oscar messaged me himself, it's on." So then Floyd, he goes even further by sharing the message that Oscar sent him. Keep in mind, because I'm about to play my video for you guys, just remember, everything I'm showing you guys right now, this was after I made my video. And the reason why I keep reminding you guys, because I was already suspecting when I made my video that this is how Oscar felt truly deep down when he was doing his Clapback Thursday. Even though he tried to deflect in his Clapback Thursdays by blaming it on Eddie Hearn or whatever. But once again, you guys are going to hear all that when I play the video. So I first want to go ahead and read exactly what Oscar De La Hoya said to Floyd Schofield in this text. He said, "My man, I seriously believe in your son so much and have love for him, but he's 22 and I know how to make a champ for the next 15 years, not run the risk of getting beat because he had no experience. If you're telling me to make it happen, then I will." So once again, this proves that Floyd Schofield and his father, they are pushing very, very hard for this fight. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video that I made earlier.
In other news, Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda was all set to happen until William injured his hand while fighting Tevin Farmer last weekend. So you would naturally think Shakur would start targeting, I don't know, a Frank Martin or a Murataya, some other world champion, right? No. Shakur and Lone Samedi made an offer to my 22-year-old prospect, Kid Austin, who has no world championship experience.
Come on, man.
This is exactly what I mean when I say Eddie doesn't know how to build a career. Look, Bob Arum built Shakur Stevenson to become a world champion. And in his first fight with Matthew, you actually want to put him in with a prospect, Eddie?
Come on now, dog.
I didn't think it could get any lower for you, but it does.
There's so much disinformation and contradictions, I almost don't know where to start. Let me first start by once again reaffirming, now we all know that Oscar De La Hoya, he is the one behind killing this fight. What would have been part of the biggest card in boxing history. Now let's talk about Oscar's intent to mislead. Did you notice Oscar, he continued to go after Eddie Hearn, basically making it sound like Eddie Hearn was the mastermind into trying to get Oscar De La Hoya's fighter beat. When Oscar knows, just like the boxing world knows, that it was his fighter, Floyd Schofield, that was pushing for the fight. He was the only person pushing for this fight. But deep down, before Oscar did this Clapback Thursday, he knew that this whole situation was going to make him look bad. And he tried to do everything he could to try to spin it. But Oscar's translation was simple. He was really saying to everybody, look, I know everybody wants this fight. Now everybody has got hyped up about this fight. But the truth is, I can't afford to lose another one of my best fighters. Because if he loses, then I lose money. Golden Boy Promotions, that is. And this is the reason why Oscar was doing everything he could do to sabotage the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. You guys remember when they were in negotiations and every once in a while, Oscar, he would drop a post saying, I haven't talked to Al Heyman in weeks or months. This fight is not going to happen. Oscar knew for years that Ryan Garcia, he couldn't beat Gervonta and he would have never beat Gervonta. But Oscar had a fighter in Ryan Garcia that was daring to be great, as Oscar would put it. And Oscar was the main person trying to kill that fight. So it's so ironic that Oscar was saying that clip that we keep getting stuck with mediocre fights. And because a microphone and a camera is the most dangerous weapon in the world, well, in the last 2 weeks, Oscar just proved that he is the one that is forcing these mediocre fights down our throats. So once again, guys, this is his way of trying to tell the public without blaming it on himself. This is his way of saying, hey guys, you also have to remember Floyd Schofield, he's only 22 years old. He's too young for a title shot. Now guys, guess how old Oscar De La Hoya was when he got his first title shot? He was 20 years old. Floyd was 19 when he won his first world title. Mike Tyson was 20 when he won his. Felix Tito Trinidad was 20. Wilfredo Benitez, he was 17 when he won his first world title. Devin Haney, he got his first title at age 20 because he was Lomachenko's mandatory. But Loma, he decided to avoid him, so he vacated the belt. And then Devin Haney, he became the youngest undisputed champion in lightweight history. And by the way, Oscar is talking right now. Schofield, he ain't gonna be fighting for a world title even at 23. He's saying that Floyd has no championship experience. But all those fighters I just named that won titles at a very young age, they didn't have any title experience before those fights either, and they still won. So what is Oscar talking about? Then he puts up that post of Shakur Stevenson sitting in the hospital when he had his injury. What is the point of putting up a post of him injured when it's Shakur that's ready to fight? And it was your fighter who was already avoiding Shakur Stevenson before this for quite some time now. Now he's using an injury excuse to avoid a title shot against Shakur Stevenson. And unlike William Zepeda, Shakur Stevenson has never pulled out of a big fight abruptly with some injury excuse. When Shakur got injured, he was scheduled to fight against a heavy underdog that was coming off of a loss. So when he puts up that post of Shakur once again sitting in the hospital bed, there's some serious racial stereotypical undertones there, implying that the black fighter, he has no power, he's just a runner, he's boring, which are all things coincidentally that Oscar De La Hoya has pretty much said about Shakur Stevenson. Those are all the exact same things that race fans said about Floyd Mayweather. I mean, just think about it. Who uses a photo of a fighter in a hospital injured when he's not even injured anymore and he's actually ready to fight? Only race fans. And when they use a photo like that, I can guarantee you it's only going to be towards a black fighter or for a black fighter. Now, I want to talk about some more disinformation by Oscar De La Hoya in that clip that I just played for you guys. He said that Shakur, instead of going after a 22-year-old, he should be going after fighters like Raymond Marataya or other champions. First off, Raymond Marataya is the same age as Floyd Schofield. He's 22 as well and has the same amount of experience as Schofield. And second of all, Shakur's team, or Eddie Hearn at least, has already reached out to Marataya and champion Berichek. And as I'm doing this video right now, and I'm getting news that Shakur right now is saying that they're now going to go after Marataya. So nothing Oscar De La Hoya said is making any sense. At the end of the day, Oscar De La Hoya, he killed this fight, and that clip of him talking about how fighters are not daring to be great, and that's why we're stuck with mediocre fights, everybody needs to share that clip over and over and over again. It needs to be played everywhere so we can continue to expose the hypocrisy in the sport of boxing. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.